All right, to the ones and the nuns, welcome. We're a little bit early. The Ristorante de Frio de Casa is muy empty. So we're going early. I am Papa E. Yeah. And this is the Maxarelli.
What's up, kids?
And we are PSC Sports Talk, covering sports news our way. And yes, I have found a button.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. It doesn't hurt you. Doesn't sign you up for any email lists or anything like that. It just helps us out.
Yeah, we really ain't got time to go through and do all that email list crap.
Exactly.
All right, well, we're going to start off today with a little bit of baseball news.
Well, all right.
Yeah, I know. I don't know why I have that on there. We can just, I guess take it off, but in case we forget.
So Bobby Cox, the manager of the Atlanta Braves back in the day, back in the 90s, I want to say.
In early 2000s.
In early 2000s, yeah. Passed away at 84. So lots of tragedy for the Atlanta Brave faithful.
Well, Bobby Cox, probably their best manager of all time.
Yeah, I would agree.
And more than probably. And I didn't realize this. I thought he retired before, but he was a manager for Freeman.
Freddie? Yeah.
Yeah, for Freddie, I think his first year in the bigs.
Yep, I think you're right with that because I saw him make some sort of a comment about him.
Yeah, he said he still takes a lot of what Bobby taught him in his early time in his career. He said he didn't put up with a lot of other stuff that other teams will probably put up with. But Bobby Cox, great manager, one of the best all time, Braves best manager.
Yep.
Rest in peace. All right, now we're going to move on to a little bit. The MLB and the MLB Players Union held their first CBA talks the other day. Did you know that?
No, I did not.
Interesting.
Probably good that they did because they're going to have some serious issues to work out.
Well, from what I was reading about it, the owners, their biggest things, salary cap,
yep,
and salary floor, which before I didn't know about the floor.
I agree with the floor.
So, and the floor, but there's a couple flaws in their theory. The owners are saying that, hey, without the floor and the cap, it's going to make teams in small market towns not be competitive.
They're already not competitive.
But you look at this year's standings, you got some of the smallest market teams out there are in first place, second place, having decent years. And again, I mean, they're not drawing much, so they're not making much. And players like, oh no, having a salary cap is, going to ruin the competitiveness basically for them to get bigger contracts.
Right.
But then you look at certain teams, I will not mention the Mets, who have the highest paid player in baseball on their roster, and they're in dead last and pretty much already out of playoff contention, almost. And they spent a lot of money this past season on, well, it was last year they got Soto.
Yep.
This year they got Bo Bichette.
Yep. Who they moved to third base, and he's playing like complete and total dog crap.
They're not playing. The whole team is not playing good. Not playing good. So good on them to get it started. I would assume they would have started maybe in the off season, but
well, yeah, but
there's still more than likely, and even the article I was reading, it said it's still a lockdown or lockout is more than likely going to happen.
Oh, I agree.
How long? Who knows? Until that, how much was that war chest?
Oh, a couple billion, I think. I don't really remember. Not as much as you would think it would have been.
No, I want to say it was like 400 million from what you were saying.
Yeah, I think you're right. I don't think it was $1 billion, but again, not enough.
No, and you got to split that up between all the players. Okay, here you go.
Yeah,
hope you saved your other money.
Right.
All right, we had a little trade yesterday. The Los Angeles Dodgers again made a trade, and this one was a good trade. Alec Thomas. He's defensively. He's great defensively. He's from the Chicago area. I remember Jeff talking about this kid. Either Jeff knows his older brother or knows his dad. Well, his dad was a longtime strength and conditioning coach for the White Sox.
Nice. Is he an outfielder, I would assume?
Yes, he's an outfielder, center fielder. Center fielder.
The New York Mets have called up A.J. Ewing. I'm assuming he is a up-and-coming prospect.
If you're having that bad of a year, you may as well try him, right?
Exactly.
When your high-priced players aren't putting up numbers.
Right, exactly.
Maybe a little youth will help a little bit, or see what the guy can do.
Well, it can't hurt.
Mr. Yelich has returned to the Milwaukee Brewers after missing a month for injury. I was kind of enjoying that month where they weren't as great.
Mookie Betts finally is returning for the Dodgers after starting the year on the IL. So, yeah, just what the Dodgers need, another bat in the lineup.
And then we're going to move on to stats. And
well, we got one more here. Cal Raleigh.
This is stats.
Oh, well, I guess it is stats. You're right. Cal Raleigh finally broke his over 36 slump since being on Jeff Passan's podcast. But he had 2 hits last night. So hopefully he can, turn it around now.
So that's what started his hitless streak, is he was on a podcast with Jeff Passan?
Well, that's kind of the joke. But, yeah, he's been over since he was on his podcast, yes.
Oh, wow. Not...
It was only Jeff's second podcast. His first podcast, he had Tarek Skubal and Paul Skeens on. Yeah.
Yeah, Skubal's hurt.
Yeah. And his third podcast, I don't remember exactly who was on it, but that guy is hurt too. So they're saying Jeff Passan might be the new Madden cover.
I was about to say, is he the new Madden cover?
Yeah.
Hey, tell you what, they want to be on our podcast. We'll have you. We're not as jinxed as they are.
Exactly.
Or he is. At least we hope not.
He's not as we're not as famous as Jeff Passan though either.
Hey, let me send out some feelers. It might work.
It might. You never know.
You never know.
You never know.
I'll just spam their emails and
yeah, exactly.
slide into some DMs.
Yeah. All right. So now we had division leaders. AL East is being led by the Tampa Bay Rays by 2.5 games.
Small market team.
Hardly.
I think they only have one player getting paid over $7 or $9 million.
Yeah, they are definitely a low payroll team.
But and going back to the cap and the non-competitiveness, so the Rays and the Royals, teams like that, they've got to constantly draft, but they're also constantly losing those guys to free agency because, hey, when it comes to money, they can't afford to keep them because they're not drawing jack.
Well, I don't know. We would have to look into the numbers more. I think some of these owners, though, are just greedy and don't want to pay money, to be honest with you. But,
well, I mean, they draw when they get, like, Royals. I mean, you can get tickets to them any day, but they get close to a playoff race, you're going to have a hard time finding some tickets.
Well, fair weather fans, that's the way it is.
Yeah, it's like the White Sox. The AL Central, the Indians lead this division by 2 games. Interesting stat with this one coming up after these about the Indians as well.
AL West, the A's are leading by a game.
Over who are they leading over?
The Seattle Mariners.
Seattle Mariners.
So once Cal Raleigh starts to hit, we'll be all right. Because everybody else is hitting right now. It's crazy.
Well, you think he'll get over 200 this year?
Oh, yeah. He'll end of the year like 220 like he did last year.
But
he's like a career to like maybe 30 hitter career.
Is he a 1 home run or 2 or what does he got?
I don't even know if he has a dinger yet. No, yeah, he does. Yeah, he has 1 or 2. Yeah.
Yeah, I know he's got 1.
Yeah.
I don't know much else.
But he has been at least driving in runs still, even though he's over. He's still been driving in runs. I think he leads the team in RBI still.
Right.
Crazy.
A lot of pop flies.
A lot of sack flies, yeah.
That warning track power.
Well, he still strikes out a ton too, but that's neither here
nor
there.
That's today's game. It's hit it out or miss it. It's today's game.
Yeah.
And it's horrible. All right, the NL East. Atlanta is running away with this one so far. They lead by 9. The Phillies actually are tied for second with somebody else in the division.
Yeah, they've been killing it since they fired their manager, crazy enough, and brought in Donnie Baseball.
Imagine that.
I know.
I mean,
I know.
sometimes it takes changing that leadership voice. If that
Well, but you put
manager-
Donnie Baseball in there. I mean,
Donnie Baseball's I always thought an underrated manager.
yeah, me too.
You know, because I think the Dodgers got rid of him too early.
Of course, yeah.
'Cause
But with a payroll like that, you got to win now.
Well, I think they replaced Mattingly with, is it Dave Martinez? Is that their coach?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, Martinez isn't bad. Nothing against him, but Donnie Baseball, come on.
So the Cubbies, they're leaving the Central by 2.5 games.
Yeah, Milwaukee's back up and they're tied with someone in that division, second, 2.5. Dang it, Yelich. Go pull a hammy.
He probably will.
I mean, I don't want him to be hurt, severely. Just pull a hammy. Miss another 6 months. The NL West, this one's been flopping. I think last week when we covered this, the Dodgers finally took over the lead. Now San Diego has it back, but this time only by half a game.
Right.
Half a game.
There's 4 teams in the American League now over 500, though. Hey now.
Hey, that's that interesting fact for those to the ones of the nuns that were watching about 2 minutes ago, where we said interesting fact coming up. So it's still the A's, Rays, Yanks, and now the Indians.
Yep.
4 teams over 500. That's still
Embarrassing.
still unreal.
Yeah, it's embarrassing.
All right, so we got some MLB leaders so far. Batting average, Brandon Marsh from the Phillies. And we'll probably see a few more Phillies coming up because
yes, we will.
Their teams kind of turned it around. Brandon Marsh leading the majors. Remember, ones of the nuns. All these stats are the major league leaders. We're not differentiating between the two leagues. 350 leading the league with.
Right. We have home runs. Kyle Schwarber, also from the Phillies, now has 17. He's hit a homer in 5 straight games.
Dude, when he gets hot, he's hot.
Exactly.
And I got to look at his batting average.
Oh, it's probably 225.
I think earlier this season he was higher. Obviously early in this season, but we'll have to check that out. RBI's Matt Olson from the Atlanta Braves. He leads the major leagues with 37.
Hits, we have Otto Lopez from the Miami Marlins with 55.
And he was tied for the lead last week, I think, with 47. So that's, a hit a day. Stolen bases, Jose Ramirez from the Cleveland Indians. The old man.
Isn't he kind of a portly fellow as well?
Judging by his picture, no, but I want to say yes.
I want to say he's got a little bit of a beer gut.
Well, maybe he lost some weight this year.
Maybe.
But he's got 18 Ricky Hendersons.
All right, we have wins. Aaron Ashby from the Milwaukee Brewers with 7.
We forgot to look up if he's related to Andy Ashby.
I'm sure he is. Probably his kid.
ERA, I'm glad this one landed on me. The ERA leader from the New York Yankees at 1.35 is Cam Schittler. Have you heard of this guy?
Yeah, he's a pitcher for the Yankees.
Did you hear this guy before I read that?
No.
Okay. And we looked at the top 5. All top 5 are still below 2. I think the highest was 1.81.
Right. But Paul Skeens yesterday, by the way, almost had a no-hitter. He threw 8 innings. He did give his first hit until the 8th inning. Struck out the first 6 batters of the game. The 7th batter that came up, bunted.
Did he get a hit?
Hell no.
Okay, just wanted to make sure. I was trying to test your remembrance and memory on that one.
Saves, we have Cade Miller from the Cleveland Guardians / Indians with 13.
I don't really want to interrupt, but Smith is nothing like Miller.
No.
Yeah, Cade Smith.
Did I say Cade Miller?
Yeah, yes, you did. I think you were thinking it was Mason still. It's not Mason. The first time in like a month.
Right.
Yeah, but how many did Cade Smith have?
13.
I didn't even see Mason.
No, he wasn't on there.
Couple. All right, strikeouts from the Milwaukee Brewhahas with 70 strikeouts. Jacob Mizorowski.
So that is the stats and MLB portion of the broadcast. We will now be taking a quick ad break, and we'll be right back at you.
Kind of a mandated thing.
Well, kind of.
Yeah,
I mean,
now that
that's what happens when we have sponsors.
Yeah. To the one to the nuns. Come right back. We'll be back. I don't know. It's 30 seconds, 45 seconds. Could be longer. Just depends when we hit stop, because this one's like a 2-minute one, but we just got to hit stop on this one. But to the one to the nuns, come back, and we're going to move on, I believe, to some NHL news.
Sponsored by the Tishomingo Ice House in downtown Tishomingo. Phone number 580-387-5004. Call-in orders are welcome. Talk with my man Scotty for all of the latest and greatest specials and new menu items he's cooking up. Again, that's the Tishomingo Ice House at 310 West Main in Tishomingo, Oklahoma.
All right.
Okay.
To the one to the nuns that are watching us live, thanks for coming back. To the nuns of the nuns that are here at the Ristorante de Frio de Casa, you should be down here. I mean, yeah, they should be. I mean, it's awfully quiet. There's no other kind of noise going on. Some fellers just walked in.
Couple fellers.
They're gonna look at us awfully weird because they're not normals. They're gonna be like, "What is going on?"
Yeah, you know.
Maybe we're scaring them away.
Maybe
it's possible. But we're over here on the restaurant side. All right, some NHL news. We'll go through some playoffs. They are in the round 2 in the Stanley Cup playoffs. Colorado and Minnesota. Colorado is leading 3-1.
Yeah, I'm surprised they lost the game, to be honest with you.
Well, they might have been tired a game. I mean, it is hard to sweep every team you play.
Right.
And sometimes you get a loss in a playoff series that kind of helps you, not just for that series, but the next one.
Right. Kind of gets you focused again.
Yeah. Do a little refoc.
Next, we have the Las Vegas Golden Knights versus the Anaheim Ducks. Vegas leads the series 3-2.
I thought Vegas probably would have won this already, but they didn't. The not so mighty Ducks are hanging around.
Yep.
The Buffalo Sabres and the Montreal Canadiens, are tied 2-2. I believe they play tonight.
Next, we have the Carolina Hurricanes versus the Philadelphia Flyers. Carolina sweeps the Flyers.
They kind of hurricaned in there, just kind of showed them what a hurricane's like.
Well, they're a very good team.
Well, they are, but they did what their name is. All right, we got a little bit of other news. So the judge in the case for the Goudreau brothers has upheld the charges because the defendant, he's trying to get out of it. You remember this? The Goudreau brothers riding their bikes, got ran over by a guy with DUI, Johnny Hockey.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so he has not dismissed the case, so this guy can actually hopefully face a
manslaughter. I'm
trying to be nice, but not nice with, I don't want to say lengthy sentence, but a justifiable sentence.
There you go.
Took me a little bit on that.
Yep. So tonight we do have the Minnesota Wild versus the Colorado Avalanche tonight at 7 p.m. Central Time.
And most of these games, are on ESPN.
Not this one. This is on TNT True TV or HBO Max.
Said most.
Just saying.
Because I know we try to find a baseball game and they all say MLB.TV, but you go find a hockey game, it says ESPN.
Well, tonight on ESPN we have the Cavaliers and the Pistons.
Oh, yeah, they're going to take basketball over hockey.
Of course.
And we're just going to keep it rolling right along here. We're going to probably hit some NBA playoffs. Playoffs? Hey, at least we're not talking about practice, right?
Man, we're talking about practice.
No, I thought we were talking about playoffs.
Well, we are talking about playoffs.
Speaking of practice, Oklahoma City.
Yeah, it was kind of like practice.
Has swept the Los Angeles Lakers.
All right, so the next question, though, does LeBron James come back next year?
Yes, but not for the Lakers. I do not see him with the Lakers.
Okay.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting then to see what happens with Bronny. If Bronny and Daddy go to the same spot together.
No, I think Bronny's got a 3-year deal unless the Lakers say, hey, if they release him, it was done. The signing was done because of Daddy.
Well, of course it was. He was the only second-round pick to get a guaranteed deal.
Yeah, I personally see LeBron ended back up with Cleveland, finish his career.
Yeah, it'd be nice if he finished in Cleveland, but
so the Lakers, without Luka,
we're horrible.
Yeah, LeBron being the main focus again. I mean, he's old. He's old for a basketball player, but for a 40-year-old basketball player, he's going to beat most 99% of other 40-year-old basketball players.
Right. But like we were talking about off air too, this is the first time in his life that he's ever been the second option or the third option too. So is that something that his ego can take, continuing to be not the man all the time?
He took it for the season most part because when Luka was there, I mean,
well, yeah,
Luka they played a lot better with him being the third option.
Right.
They did. Makes you wonder, will Redick be back?
I think so. He's a good coach. Next, we have Minnesota versus the Spurs. San Antonio leads 3-2 after Wemby's assault on poor Naj Reid.
Oh, yeah, that's coming up.
Oh, you already put that in there? Okay, I didn't know if you...
up.
So, yeah, game 3, or they're up 3-2. Minnesota's playing tough. It must be tomorrow. Yeah, it's on tonight, so it's got to be tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, Minnesota's playing better than I thought they would against the Spurs. I still think I would like Minnesota to win the Spurs Thunder series if that's what's next.
I don't know why they don't just throw alley-oops to Wemby every time down the floor. Seriously. Because when he gets around the rim and they throw an alley-oop to him, he doesn't even jump. He just taps it in every time. It's amazing. The guy is – I didn't watch a lot of him during the regular season at all. But the few playoff games we watched of his, he's dominating. There's no reason that dude should ever be outside the three-point line or outside the key for that matter. Just throw him lobs all game long, and you guys will win.
I mean, did they not learn anything from semi-pro? You know, the alley-oops to Coffee Black? I mean, come on. I mean, although they won the game because of John Monix.
So yeah, I think the Spurs end up taking this series.
I do too. It'd be nice to see it go 7 games. That way, whoever wins, when the Thunder do get to play them, Thunder need to be ready for whoever it is.
Yeah, but
be rested.
The Thunder need to figure it out, man. They did not play well against the Spurs this season.
No, they did not. And the more tired San Antonio is, that's why I'm saying if they go 7 games, Thunder getting some rest, and they need to be ready for whichever team, because Minnesota, they're playing scrappy in this one.
Yeah, they are.
Or as Maxarelli says, they're playing salty ball.
They are playing salty ball.
All right, Detroit and Cleveland, which I believe you said that is tonight.
Tonight at 7 p.m. Central Time on the worldwide leader in sports.
That series is tied 2-2. Come on, Pistons. We don't want the beard to win. Let's go, Pistons.
Yeah, see, I don't like the Pistons. I don't think they're very good. I really don't. They go through spurts, man, where they just don't play well.
I just don't want Harden to get a ring.
I know you. I know what your
I'd rather have Chris Paul should have a ring before James Harden has one.
Oh, I agree. Next, we have the Knicks and the 76ers. The Knicks swept the 76ers.
Quite easily.
Yes, very easily, actually. They're playing salty ball as well.
Yes, they are. They kind of been like, K missed it's like he was off for a couple games, and then he's come back pretty strong.
Yep.
Some sad news. Another RIP in the world of professional sports. Memphis Grizzlies forward Brandon Clark passed away at the age of 29. So we were talking about this yesterday when we saw the breaking news. So I went on there. It was ABC News, and I think it was ABC News. LAPD confirmed to them that he was found dead. There were narcotics around, and they're ruling it a possible drug overdose. no foul play, suspected paraphernalia was around. So sad he's gone, but I mean,
Drugs are bad, okay?
yeah, I mean,
Stick to the weed, man. Stick to the weed.
yeah, how many people I don't know of anyone that's had an overdose on weed.
I don't think you can. You'll pass out before you can overdose. Or
Yeah.
puke a lot.
So
I mean, that's just what I heard on the internet. I don't know. Yeah. Who are we speaking of though? So I guess JJ Redick calls out and says, "I can't if I can't play him for lack of hustle and effort." Aiton's nickname is Domination.
I know. I was looking this up. We're talking about DeAndre Ayton.
Okay.
Yeah, Reddick called him out. I guess they had him on camera where you could see him saying, "I can't play him."
But he's dominating.
No, that's his nickname.
Yeah.
And apparently he gave it to himself. So I read up on this guy. I did read up on some stats because I've heard of his name. Right now he's not living up to the nickname. You know, must have gave it to himself. So he was a first overall pick in the 2018 NBA draft by the Suns. He did pretty good with the Suns. Came down to a contract deal. He was traded to the Pacers. He reached a buyout with the Pacers. Then he signed with the Lakers. He's 27. Do you think he had a bad series, or you think he's done?
I don't think he's done. Somebody will give him a chance. You're the #1 draft pick. You're always going to get a lot of extra chances.
I mean, but he's playing with an all-time great in LeBron James.
Right.
He's also playing with Luka Doncic.
Luka.
Playing with Luka. I'd have thought there would have been more out of him.
You would think, but you also got to remember Luka is pretty ball dominant as well. And I don't know much about this.
I'm talking more from the teammate aspect. You know, did LeBron get in his face?
You would think he would have.
I mean,
who knows?
It just kind of makes me wonder. You know, is he maybe just not happy in LA? It's like, you know what? I used to be this, and this. You know, but you want to win a championship. A lot of times you got to forfeit some of this, and this to get that.
Right, exactly.
You know, LeBron did that with Miami. So actually, was he the first option in Miami? He might have been the second.
No, he was the second option, really. It was probably Dwayne Wade was the #1 option, I would say.
You know, so he gave up to get a championship, which, you know, they weren't going to win not 1, not 2, not 7, not 12.
Yeah, they did win a couple of those.
They won 2. I was making fun of them.
Oh, I know.
So it'll be interesting to see what happens with Ayton if they let him go.
They'll probably let him go. If JJ comes out in the press and says something like that, they're going to let him go or probably trade him.
And then they'll start over, and maybe he can start re-earning his nickname, Diamond Ayton, which it's spelled with his last name at the end, which I did think that was kind of cool.
It's somewhat clever, but so the Bucks are seeking a trade for Giannis. The owner says Giannis signs the Supermax or he is traded.
Now, I'm not 100% sure if it's the Supermax or if it's the other max.
No, it'll be a Supermax for him.
Well, because remember, he didn't qualify for a lot of those awards.
Oh, yeah, because they screwed him. You're right.
Yeah, whatever contract it is, basically he signs it or they're going to trade him. So I personally think it's time Giannis needs to move on. Milwaukee.
I thought he should have moved on last year, to be honest with you.
They're done with spending this money to win a title. They won a title. Milwaukee is a small market team, especially for basketball. He's got a ring. Go chase another one. But where do you think he'd be a good fit?
Anywhere.
You think so?
Yeah.
You think he'd fit with the Lakers?
Yeah. He'd fit anywhere. He's top 5 best players in the league right now.
You think he would be second option to Luka? You think he'd be all right with that?
Yeah. Because he doesn't need – he's not a ball-dominant guy. He's a power forward. You know what I'm saying? They just need to get him the ball.
I was kind of thinking for a year or two, hey, put some butts in the seats, maybe go to the Bulls. I definitely probably would not put him on the Thunder. That'd mess up too much of their little mojo they got going on.
No, I agree, but he would still make the Thunder a better team. But
What about the Sixers? They definitely need some help.
yeah, but I don't know if they'd want to play him with what's his nuts.
Embiid.
Yeah,
Well, as much as each one of them kind of been hurt, just have them time it. Okay, you're hurt this week. You're hurt next week.
yeah, but as we both know, Giannis wasn't hurt, so
True, he wanted to play.
So we already kind of did talk about this one, but Wimby gets ejected from the game, but wasn't suspended for Game 5. I don't know. This is his first time being ejected for throwing elbows. I don't know. You're somewhat setting a precedent, though. I mean, he did, but I thought he should have been at least fined. I mean, but they didn't even fine him.
Don't you get fined if you get kicked out of a game automatically?
Yeah.
I
don't know. I don't know the NBA rules that well, but
when we were watching the game, we saw the replay. You could totally see where he saw him, and
oh yeah,
that wasn't an accidental elbow.
Oh no, that was completely on purpose. But I really don't think he meant to hit him in the face. I really don't. I think he was trying to get him in the chest.
When you're that tall,
well, exactly.
over people,
exactly. That's the whole thing. Is you're so much taller than everybody else. You throw a bow, it's going to hit somebody in the face.
Yeah, you're gonna get him in the face.
Right. But I really don't think the intent was there to hit him in the face. I really think that he was just trying to throw an elbow to like get the F off me, and you're just taller than everybody else.
They were swarming him, and I mean.
But that elbow was
threw his head out of the game for a minute.
That elbow was definitely well after the whistle, though.
Yeah, I wasn't even paying attention to that part.
Yeah, I was.
I just noticed you could see him look and bam.
There was one other piece of NBA news here. Jason Collins, the first openly gay NBA player, passed away as well. I want to say very young. He's like a little bit older than we were. Or we are
47.
Okay, so he's younger than we are. Huh.
He's younger than you. I'm 38, dude.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah, I thought when you had told me that, I was like, I thought it was another Jason. But so I looked it up. I guess he had a very aggressive brain cancer. And I think he went to Japan, from what I was reading, to try some
new technologies or whatever.
Yes, new technologies. Good way to put that. So the WNBA news, their season started. You got any interest yet in watching?
No.
Yeah, they kind of lost me with that whole CBA being drawn out. You know, players kind of lost me a little bit. But Caitlin Clark did play in a game.
She did.
And from what I know, I may be jinxing her. She's not hurt yet.
No, but I also heard it was not a sellout either.
Well, it's probably because a lot of other people are kind of like, whoa. And I don't know how much ticket prices went up. You know they had to have gone up.
Yeah, they must have, yeah.
You know, because if you're going to spend $25 to go, watch a pro game, and all of a sudden it's $50, at $25, you can drop a hundo down to take a couple people with you.
Right.
Or go yourself and have a lot more beer.
Yeah, those beer prices probably went way up too.
I'm sure they did. So we may come up with a little bit more news on the WNBA as the season progresses. But I haven't heard anything on it other than Caitlin played in the game and she's not hurt.
Oh, and the Las Vegas beat the piss out of whoever they played. And Asia Wilson's dominating still. That's what I had heard.
Well, I mean, she's not bad.
She's no Caitlin Clark, but
no, she's not Caitlin Clark. All right, so guess what time it is to the ones and the nuns? It is that time again. Come back and see us in about 30 seconds. We'll be right back from our mandated commercial break-o.
Sponsored by the Ice House in downtown Tishomingo. Come by Friday nights to dance and sing the night away with DJ Sierra for Sierra Oki from 9 to close. Who do you love to sing? Is it Guns N' Roses, You Could Be Mine? Or is it Johnny Gill, My? Or John Morrison, You Don't Care Enough for Me to Cry? Sierra has it all. Come down to the Ice House Friday nights, where it's always a good time.
Or on Wednesday nights from 5 to 7. Welcome back to the One to the Nuns.
Yeah, buddy.
Every Wednesday, 5 to 7, live from the Ristorante de Frio de Casa. All right. Moving on to some WWE news. Really not so much news. I got a recap on Backlash, and we've been rewatching old WrestleManias. Very interesting, to say the least, on some of those. I do believe we're at the point where everybody has an entrance song, and everybody comes into the ring now.
Yep.
But we're going to start with Backlash. For pay-per-view.
Yeah, it was all right. I have some serious gripes, but we'll wait till that match that kicked it off for me. First match, Braun Breaker beat Seth Rollins. Pretty good match. There was a few misses. He missed a Frankensteiner. Seth missed a couple. I would say ring rust on both of them. They really haven't been wrestling a lot recently. Seth's just coming off an injury, and so was Breaker. But a good match at least, for at least the storytelling portion of it.
Right. Io Sky beats Asuka, and then a lot of differentiating news on Asuka after Io Sky beat her. I forgot what Japanese word they use, but her mentor or teacher. Asuka possibly being a part-timer, possibly just taking some time off. We shall see. Asuka was one of my favorite, female wrestlers over there.
Okay, so let me ask you this question. Since we are in the United States of America, and here in the United States of America, we do speak English, correct?
We do not speak English correct.
Okay.
We speak a form of English.
Okay.
But it's not correct.
Got you. But should we be having vignettes in other languages where we have to read the screen to see what these people are saying? Now, I'm not just saying Io Sky, because they do it with a bunch of the Mexican wrestlers as well. They speak in freaking Spanish. Not everybody knows Spanish. Not everybody knows Japanese. Why should I be watching a vignette in another language when I'm watching an American television program?
Well, my take, I don't care, especially the Japanese ones, because I'll just make up stuff. I mean, I do the same thing with the Spanish ones. I just make up what I think they're saying. Kind of like I like watching the old
Kung Fu movies.
Yeah, the Kung Fu movie. But I think it's fun, but it's also the TKO's way of reaching out to those specific genres of their fan base.
Okay, well, if you want to watch a bunch of people speaking Mexican or Spanish, watch AAA.
Okay, I have not. And if I were watching AAA, I'd probably just hit mute and just watch all their moves. It'd probably be a lot better for me.
I agree. I haven't even watched any AAA. I'm just saying. I don't know. That just annoys me. It really does.
All right, Trick Williams beat Sami Zayn. Oh, hum.
Yeah.
This whole feud just, it doesn't make sense. I get they wanted to put the title on Trick, but the whole
bump of that Trick is what I have to say. Bump that Trick.
It just, I'm not over with Trick Williams. I'm not.
I think he's a good wrestler. I do. I
don't get the character. A lot of people do. Don't get me wrong. But
it's tough. Sammy being a heel too.
But he's really not playing a heel. He's just
he's playing
Sammy.
A jerk. Really?
Yeah. Now the gingerbread man thing they did was pretty cool.
Yeah. See, I didn't catch that.
Yeah, and then Sammy got revenge by the gingerbread man coming out again. But this time, instead of the gingerbread man beating up Sammy, Sammy was the gingerbread man. And Sammy beat up, I think it was Little Yachty.
Can we please get the Road Dogg back? Please. Road Dogg, if you're listening, please just come back. Please.
You got to beg.
Right, exactly. Please, Road Dogg.
Do we have a please on here?
No.
What's this one?
Oh, that's a clapper one. Huh?
Oh, imagine that. What is this one? Okay, I guess I only get one of them.
Now you got to hold it down to get the other one.
Oh, really?
Yep.
There you go. That's for Road Dog. Ready, go.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that's what it said.
All right. So next we have the Roman Reigns beats Jacob Fatu to retain the title. All right. This is the one that really chapped my hide.
Okay. Was it in Spanish?
No, it wasn't in Spanish. No, it wasn't in
Japanese.
Spanish. No. My
Usian?
thing
It
is
wasn't Usian?
no, it wasn't
Okay.
an Usian. My thing is all of these false finishes are making people's finishing moves not finishing moves anymore. They're just moves.
Yep, I agree.
Roman Reigns hit like probably seven spears.
Yeah, I don't think a spear is a finishing move, but for him, it's supposed to be.
Oh, because he does his woo-ha thing.
Well, right. But Fatu's got a little bit of weight, so hitting that gut might take two. Just saying.
And
just how many it'd
like
take if you hit Yokozuna with one.
and like he hit like 4 Superman punches too. Like, look, if you have a finishing move, that's what is in the lores of wrestling. That's what ends the match.
Now wait, hold on. Is that why they're called a finishing move?
I think so. I would assume so.
Okay.
It's not a favorite move, or it's not one of the only 3 moves I know how to do. It's a finishing move,
Okay.
which finishes the match.
So in that case, I got to agree with you on. I have to agree with you if that's it. Yes, you are 1,000% correct.
Look, I don't mind false finishes. I don't mind that. That's fine. But again, if you hit 7, there were spears that he hit earlier in the match that probably should have finished the match. The spear that he hit to win the match, it wasn't climactic like some of the other ones where he hit it out of nowhere, or I don't know. This match bugged me a lot, actually.
Well, this whole feud is bugging me because TKO released like a third of the Usian family, where a couple years ago they were going to build to a Roman versus Solo WrestleMania match, and they didn't. That's when Roman and the Usos went one way, and Solo went the other
Solo
way.
Sikoa.
Well, a lot of Solo's guys they're not there anymore, and what are they building to? Because on Raw they had the acknowledge me ceremony, which I was like, okay, so this is back to how it was with Roman before, except now he's the good guy. But at least
For now, they're gonna turn him heel again.
But at least he's wrestling. I saw his schedule. He's supposed to be on Raw, I think, every week up until July.
Right, but he's not going to Saudi. He's already come out and said he's not going to Saudi.
When is that? July?
I don't know whatever that pay-per-view is.
Yeah, well, a lot of wrestlers opt not to go.
I'm just saying he's definitely not going, from what I heard.
Yeah, Sami Zayn always opted not to go till the last few years, and he actually goes out in his whatever religion he is. He finally started going. So I don't totally blame Roman on that, but it's kind of like you're giving us this Roman again from a few years ago, but this time he's a good guy.
I don't know. I wasn't a big fan of them putting the strap back on Roman. I wasn't. So we'll see how the run goes. Hopefully it's not 4 years again.
Now, it better not be.
Well,
My favorite
again, if it is, we're going to be watching a lot of old.
AEW.
We're going to be watching.
AEW.
Yeah, this might turn into the AEW segment, or it's just going to be us talking about old WrestleManias, because I can't go through watching 7 spears go off in a match and him not win. I don't know. Sorry. I just don't think Roman's a very good wrestler. I really don't.
He's really not. He's popular. They got from him what Vince wanted when Vince started pushing him, when everyone kept saying, no. Putting Paul Heyman with him really did it.
Exactly.
And got him over. As they're trying with Braun Breaker. And I'm just not a huge fan of Breaker because he's a Steiner. He's a Steiner. You call it out. Seth Rollins called it out in Monday Night Raw a couple of weeks ago. You're the 3rd best wrestler in your family.
Well, yeah, but he's only been wrestling for a couple of years, and he also didn't want to use the name Steiner because he wanted to make his own way. He didn't want to be known as a Nepo baby.
Okay, well,
according to my sources.
Going with the name Braun Breaker, and he's not that big. He's cut as hell.
Well, who do you think gave him the nickname Braun Breaker or the name Braun Breaker?
Was it Vince?
According to my sources.
Yeah, it probably was Vince. All right, well, back to the last match of Backlash.
The best match of
my
Backlash.
favorite match. The one thing could have been done different in this.
Well,
Like, it
again,
could have been done a little bit different. Oh, wait. Did I said little.
oh,
So Danhausen and his mystery partners defeated Miz and Kit. Now, this was a letdown from
what everybody was thinking was
what
going
we
to
were
be his mystery
thinking
partners.
on the mystery partner. But it was definitely entertaining.
It was
The cloning machine.
the cloning machine.
was that was cool. It was like, okay, who's coming out? And then a Minihausen comes out.
But that Minihausen could go.
Dude, he could. He has to be a lucha libre.
He is. I don't know his name.
Midget wrestler.
Yeah, I don't know his name, but he is a very popular lucha libre.
He was great.
He was amazing.
in that ring. But then when Minihausen got back in the cloning machine, I was like, okay.
Well, yeah, Kit Wilson was beating him up the
up the ramp.
and he kicked him back into the cloning machine.
Right.
Oh, and I guess, by the way, when Minihausen came out and Danhausen was standing there with him, I guess they caught on a hot mic him saying, "Oh shit."
Who said oh?
Danhausen did. When he sees the Minihausen come out, he's like, "Oh shit."
I don't know. That'd be pretty funny.
That's just Danhausen. But
when he went back in, I was like, oh, it's gonna change. Now it's gonna be. It's gonna change up. Maybe this will be R-Truth. I so wanted it to be R-Truth because them two would be hilarious.
Yep.
It wasn't. Who was it?
It was more Minihausens. The same Minihausen posse from WrestleMania.
So it was 4 more. 5
At
more?
least 4 to 5. I don't know. There's a bunch of them.
So yeah, it was a bunch of Minihausens, and they ended up winning. Entertaining match.
It was very entertaining. I was very disappointed when I saw the Minihausen at first, and then he started going. I'm like, okay, this isn't bad.
Dude could go.
This isn't bad. Danhausen actually did a couple of moves. Didn't punch anybody in the dick this time.
Yeah,
he actually got a true finish. So it was a good match. Probably the best match of the night, to be honest with you.
It was definitely the most entertaining. And there's a lot of. Have you been reading about all these people upset about Danhausen and how his shtick just doesn't work for pro wrestling? And you have all these other people coming out,
I've seen a lot of people saying that this Danhausen shtick is not going to continue to work, and I think that they're crazy. I think Danhausen is the most entertaining thing in wrestling right now.
Well, Paul Heyman came out. I think it was on McAfee or someone.
Yeah, he hasn't been on McAfee in a while.
He was on a ESPN interview or something.
Okay, wasn't McAfee.
And he came out and said, you have to have differences in all your characters. And if you look back at all the different eras of wrestling, especially WWE, because they are entertainment at the end of World Wrestling.
Right.
So you have Danhausen currently. You had R-Truth before with Little Jimmy. Doink the Clown.
See, that Doink
Santino
annoys
Marella.
the heck out of me.
Yeah.
And I liked Santino until I heard the story about him messing Jim Cornette up on OVW.
But, and Mick Foley. Not Mankind, but Mick Foley with
Mr. Sacco?
With Mr. Sacco. You have that, just the entertaining part keeps people interested because Heyman's right. You can't have everybody being a bully, beating up the other guy.
No, exactly.
You got to have different characters doing the different things. And this is what's needed.
I agree.
I mean, it definitely is going to be needed in this next part, which I am not a fan of.
Yeah, this doesn't make a lick of sense to me whatsoever. At least from what I've heard just from John Cena. It just doesn't make sense.
Wait, he called you? Told you about it?
Well, I'm talking about from watching the pay-per-view.
Oh.
No, I was at work when he called. I couldn't take the call, so
yeah, okay. You'll call him back later. I got
maybe.
You.
I mean, I don't know. He's pretty busy too.
It might be doing a Make-A-Wish.
He should have wished for something better than this.
I hope this wasn't his idea. You know what this sounds like?
This sounds like a Vince idea, is what it
This
sounds
is
like.
exactly what it sounds like. So, John Cena at Backlash introduced the John Cena Classic Tournament. From what we know so far, it is lame, lame, lame. So it's a tournament, and it's supposed to be for the NXT wrestlers, but it's for WWE versus NXT guys or
Right.
girls. They haven't really said it, guys and girls, or they haven't really said. But you don't have to win your match in a tourney, so you could lose in the first round and be the winner of the tournament
If fans vote for you, I guess.
because the fans.
But see, what makes more sense to me is if you put up like the tournament bracket, right?
Yeah.
And everybody has like a week to vote on it. And then, but they don't tell you what the vote was. But if everybody votes for Trick Williams to beat Danhausen,
Oh.
even though that wouldn't be that way, I just don't know any NXT wrestlers. That's the only reason I said it that way. But if more people vote for Danhausen, then Danhausen beats Trick. Like if you have a tournament like that, I think that would be a decent idea.
That would be decent.
But at the same time, all you're gonna do is you're gonna get baby faces to win the whole way through.
Well,
Because
you'll
nobody's
still
gonna nobody's gonna vote for heels to win.
it depends who the heel is.
Okay. 75% of the heels are not going to get any votes because they're heels and they're not supposed to be popular. They're not supposed to be fan favorites to get votes and things like that.
But here's my side on this. With what you're saying, when the fans vote, it's WWE versus NXT in this tournament. So it'll be a WWE guy and an NXT guy. How many NXT guys did you just name to give your example?
0, because I don't know any of them.
Okay. There's going to be a lot of that.
No, you're right. You're right. It
So
goes.
is WWE going to beat the NXT? If this is for the NXT wrestlers, make it just NXT and put it on NXT. You know,
No, exactly. And have the main roster guys go to NXT. Exactly.
Tony Khan, and I'm pretty sure TKO is trying to, by the way, I'm saying TKO when it's a stupid thing, but Tony Khan has the Continental Classic. He does it every year. It's a very boring tournament. It's wrestling, but the fans aren't voting. He's predetermining who's going to win, barring injuries and stuff like that.
I wouldn't mind a fan voting based tournament as long as you don't, let the voting numbers out beforehand, and as long as you stick to what the fans actually vote for, I don't have a problem with that. That's just like a popularity contest, and fans are getting what they want to see. They're getting the wrestlers that they like to win a match. I don't mind that. I don't.
Now, how do we know their
Right, that's what I'm
fan
saying.
votes are going to be accurate?
That's what I'm saying. As long as it's accurate, as long as it's not just Triple H doing whatever the heck it is that he wants.
Well, we got 4 votes. That's the winner. But maybe they should let the fans vote for who wrestles who. You know what I mean? Who wrestles who? Let the fans vote for that for the first round and let it go from there. But for the fans to decide who the winner of the tournament is without winning a match is redunculous.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense to me. This is like Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah, but at least their judges are funny.
Yeah, that one dude is pretty funny. All right, so WrestleMania 6. Or do we want to do a quick break?
We're going to have to take our mandated commercial break.
Yeah.
We'll be right back to the ones and the nuns. Don't miss out. We're going to be recovering WrestleManias 6 through 10. We'll be right back.
Sponsored by the Tishomingo Ice House in downtown Tishomingo. Phone number 580-387-5004. Call-in orders are welcome. Talk with my man Scotty for all of the latest and greatest specials and new menu items he's cooking up. Again, that's the Tishomingo Ice House at 310 West Main in Tishomingo, Oklahoma. A dive bar with a sports appeal.
All right, and we are back here at the Tishomingo Ice House, the Casa de Restaurante de
You can't
Frio.
even say it.
Yeah, exactly. Again, because I don't speak Spanish anymore. That was it. That was in school. I was mandated to take it.
It's the Restaurante de Casa de Frio or something like that.
Yeah. All right. So WrestleMania 6, the opening match that night was Paul Roma, and he defeated the Brooklyn Brawler. Wah, wah, wah.
Worst match?
I don't think that was the worst match. Next, we had Rick Martel defeated Coco Beware. That might have been the worst match of the night.
You're right. I'm remembering that one.
Yeah. I don't know. Back in the day, I used to kind of like Coco Beware, but
But you know what? He was a gimmick wrestler.
he was a gimmick.
He
wrestler.
had the parrot Frankie.
Yep.
You know, and it worked great. He was popular. He made the WWE non-physical Hall of Fame.
Non-physical Hall of Fame. That's a good one. Next, we had Demolition defeated the Colossal Connection, Andre the Giant, and Haku. Ooh, wait a minute. This one might have been the worst match of the night.
You gotta give
Haku.
You gotta give Haku a handicap. He had Andre. Andre can't go.
Andre couldn't
Still
do
at
anything.
this point.
Yeah, it's bad. I'm kind of glad that we didn't see Andre much more after this WrestleMania 6. Next, we had Earthquake defeated Hercules.
No, this was my worst match.
Really?
Yeah, this was my worst match. Yep.
All right. Next, we had Brutus Beefcake defeated Mr. Perfect. This one was a good one.
That was a lot better than I thought it was going to be. People don't realize that
Beefcake can go.
he was able to. He could go in the day.
Well, but I think he needed a good dance partner because again, I think Mr. Perfect could make a wet paper sack look good in the ring.
And he was one of those good wrestlers.
Next, we had Piper versus Bad News Brown, which ended in a double count out, dusty finish. We had the Hart Foundation, and they defeated the Bushwhackers. Or no, the Bolsheviks. I'm sorry, Bolsheviks, not Bushwhackers. Sorry, it's kind of dark with the sunglasses on. Again, Nikolai Volkov can sing pretty well.
Well, a Russian song, yeah.
Well,
You
I
just
mean,
need a deep voice. He's got that.
next we had the Barbarian defeated Tito Santana. That is a big dude. The Barbarian is a big man.
Animal VP2.
Next, we had Dusty Rhodes and Sapphire defeated Macho King, Randy Savage, and Queen Sherry. Pretty good match, I thought. Again,
From the guy's side.
it's Dusty Rhodes. I mean,
You know Sapphire, how they got her?
okay, so that isn't Dusty's wife? I thought it was his wife.
No.
Okay, how'd they get her?
She was a driver for the wrestlers, and she did it for a long time. And when Vince gave Dusty this gimmick that, as punishment for being in WCW, and Dusty really made this work, he wanted a specific type of person to look at, and he met her, and that's how that came.
Next, we had Jim Duggan defeated Dino Bravo. Yeah, Jim Duggan can't go, man. He's horrible to watch.
Yeah, he's not a wrestler, but does this beat the Earthquake match?
I don't know. Earthquake was involved in this match. It was Jimmy Hart and Earthquake were alongside Dino Bravo.
Yeah, I'm sticking with my other one.
Next, we had Ted DiBiase with Virgil defeats Jake the Snake Roberts by countout.
Yeah.
Next, we had Big Boss Man defeated Akeem. This one wasn't very good either.
Now, this is before they were tag team?
This is after they were tag team.
Okay. All right. Wow, this is WrestleMania 6?
Yep.
Wow.
We
I
had
guess my time frame is really just
in the co-main event or the pre-main event match, we had Ravishing Rick Rude defeats Jimmy Superfly Snuka. Jimmy's
go is gone
yeah.
at this point.
And into the championship match, which I think may have been the best match of the night. The Ultimate Warrior, the Intercontinental Champion, defeated Hulk Hogan the WWF champion. This is one of the better Hogan matches I've ever seen.
I would have to say this probably was the best match of WrestleMania 6 because there was a lot of just ho-hums in there.
Yeah, but at least we got 14 or 15 matches out of it.
True. In one day.
Yes, in one day. You're right. All right, so now moving along, WrestleMania 7. The main event in this one was Sergeant Slaughter versus Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, Hogan was going to win. This wasn't a great match, but it was good for America and American fans.
All right, so we had in the first match, Coco Beware defeated the Brooklyn Brawler. Exactly. Next, we had the Rockers defeated the Barbarian and Haku. This is a pretty good match.
This was a pretty good match.
All right, so then next we had the Texas Tornado defeated Dino Bravo. You can see his limp, I would say that.
Yeah.
But it's not a bad limp, but you can tell that he does have a limp.
I like when they finally dropped the Texas Tornado
and just let him be.
And let him be Kerry Von Erich.
Exactly.
And then he killed himself.
The British Bulldog defeated the Warlord with Slick. I don't know. Yeah. Next, we had the Nasty Boys. Oh, this may have been the worst match of the night. Oh, wait, no, the Hart Foundation carried them through this match. That's right. I forgot.
Yeah, Nasty Boys couldn't really.
They're horrible. Thank you, Hulk Hogan, for bringing in another one of your flunky friends in. Next, we had Jake Roberts defeated Rick Martel in a blindfold match.
That was I liked it. It was boring.
It was interesting, to say the least.
It makes you wonder how much they really could see, because they could see a little bit.
Oh, of course. It would have been too hard if they couldn't.
Right.
Next was the Undertaker defeated Jimmy Snuka. The Undertaker doing it is very cool to see the Undertaker as a young man wrestle.
Like when you say old school, I'm like, dude, this is old school.
Right, exactly. Well, that's what he would call it, in the later years, yeah. Jump on the ropes and say old school, but that's that flying like missile headbutt thing that he did was like halfway across the ring. Pretty amazing, man. I forgot how good Undertaker was.
Yeah.
Next we had, oh goodness.
Did you lose it?
No, it's those two Asian guys that we never heard of before. So I couldn't even tell you how to say their names because, yeah.
Well, give it a whirl.
Jinichiro Tenryu and Koji Kitoa.
Okay.
Defeated Demolition. Action Smash.
Wow.
Smash and Crush.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
With Mishafuji.
Okay.
Next was the Big Boss Man with Andre the Giant defeated Mr. Perfect with Bobby Heenan.
So two heels
for the Intercontinental Championship.
Yeah, Mr. Perfect won.
Yes, he did. Or no, he didn't. The Big Boss Man won.
I don't remember.
By disqualification.
I was going to say, I don't remember him having the belt.
He didn't. It was a disqualification. Then we had Earthquake defeated Greg Valentine by pinfall. Greg Valentine did come back with blonde hair this year. Or no, wait, he hadn't changed to the black hair yet. Sorry.
Oh, he hasn't.
That's a couple more WrestleManias away.
He hasn't. Well, Rhythm and Blues, he had the black hair.
I know, but he hasn't done Rhythm and Blues. I think that's next one or the one after.
He was already with Honky Tonk Man pre.
Are you sure? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. He doesn't look good in black hair. I'll say that. Next, we had the Legion of Doom defeated Power and Glory, which was Paul Roma and Hercules by pinfall. Legion of Doom, always great.
Actually,
very stiff.
That wasn't as bad as a tag team match as you think it would be.
Right. Then Virgil with Roddy Piper defeated Ted DiBiase by countout. I think Ted DiBiase just walked away, if I remember right. Then we had the Mountie with Jimmy Hart defeated Tito Santana. Yep. Yeah, this one was kind of a snoozer.
Yeah.
And then in the main event, we had Hollywood Hulk Hogan. Oh, wait, excuse me. He's still just Hulk Hogan. Defeated Sergeant Slaughter for the championship.
Again.
Yes. And we had General.
Agnon L. Casey.
Yes, was with Sergeant Slaughter in this one. So, yeah, this WrestleMania here, kind of a snoozer. But,
yeah, I'd have to agree.
all right, so now we go to WrestleMania 8. All right, so the first match was the Bushwhackers. They defeated the Beverly Brothers.
Okay, I'm gonna go with worst match.
Yep, probably. And they went 10 minutes too. That's crazy. Shawn Michaels defeated Tito Santana. This may have been the best match of the night.
Of course, HBK was in it.
Next, we had The Undertaker defeats Jake the Snake Roberts.
I'm still waiting in these WrestleMania scenarios for when they give Undertaker a formidable opponent.
A formidable foe. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't get one for a while.
I know.
Bret Hart defeats Roddy Piper for the Intercontinental Championship. Piper was the champ going into the match. Bret Hart defeats him to get the title. Next, we had Bossman, Sergeant Slaughter, and Virgil. Oh, excuse me. Bossman, Virgil, Sergeant Slaughter, and Jim Duggan defeat the Mountie, the Nasty Boys, and
Coco Beware.
no. Jerry Saga? Oh, wait, no, sorry. That's names of the Nasty Boys, sorry. And Repo Man.
This might have been the worst match. I may take that back.
Next, we had Randy Savage, which Miss Elizabeth beat Ric Flair. This may have been the match of the night.
This was a decent match. This was because this is when Flair came with
Mr. Perfect.
the big gold belt. Well, not at WrestleMania, but when he debuted.
Right. Next, we had Tatanka defeated Rick Martel in a singles match. Then we had the Natural Disasters, Earthquake and Typhoon, defeated.
Tugboat.
No, Typhoon.
But Typhoon's Tugboat.
Well, okay, but he was Typhoon here.
Maybe the Tugboat came out of Typhoon.
And they defeated Money Incorporated, which was Ted DiBiase and Erwin R. Shyster.
See, I like them as a tag team
for the tag team championship.
better than I like them two guys.
Or not for the
separately.
championships. It was on count out. That's right.
IRS was them two together. Money Inc. I like them together than they did their separate stuff.
Owen Hart defeated Skinner. Yeah. And then Hulk Hogan defeated Sid Justice.
Justice, not Vicious.
Well, Justice, yeah. Sid Justice.
Okay, the next one must be Vicious.
Right. So not a bad one. Again, I think Ric Flair
I
and
think better than the previous two as a whole.
yes. I think Ric Flair and Savage took the match of the night, I would say. So now on to
And HBK.
Now on to WrestleMania 9. We had Tito Santana defeated Papa Shango. Tito Santana could go.
He could.
Tatanka defeats Shawn Michaels by countout.
That was a travesty. Absolute travesty. These ham and eggers letting Tatanka win.
The Steiner brothers defeated the Head Shrinkers.
That wasn't a bad match.
No, it wasn't. The Steiner brothers can go
Yeah, Rick was definitely
better than Big Papa Pump.
right. And before Scotty got more into the roids, and yes, it's possible. Just look at Scotty's career.
Yes.
Definitely was roided before, but then apparently became the Roid Rager.
Roid Ranger. Yeah, exactly.
I liked him as a wrestler back in the early days before he limited his moveset because of his roids and getting so big he couldn't do much.
Right. Yeah, he couldn't even do a Frankensteiner anymore.
Yeah.
Next, we had Doink defeated Crush. Who gives two shits? I don't know. I
Okay,
can't.
that might have been the worst match because that's where the other doink came out from under there.
Yes.
They did the deal, and was it
That was
Bobby-
kind of funny, though. That was kind of funny.
It was. Well, the commentary was hilarious. Was it Bobby Heenan?
I think
It
we
was,
had
it was an illusion. It was an illusion. What are you talking about? There weren't two doinks. Do you see two doinks? No, it was an illusion.
Then Razor Ramon defeated Bob Backlund. I can't believe they let Bob Backlund back in the ring.
They let him in for a few years, actually. He was.
I know. I think he was in 10
won,
as well.
He won the title for a little while
That was a long time ago. That was
No,
pre-WrestleMania, wasn't it?
when he came in. I don't think he had a belt or won a belt at WrestleMania when he came back.
No, but I'm saying like he owned or he had the title before there was a WrestleMania. I'm pretty sure.
Yes.
Yeah, like pre-Hogan.
But
like
he
back
came
in the,
back and won. I want to say won the title for a little bit
Really?
when he came back.
Wow. He must have Vince, or Vince must have owed him some money or something.
There were some down times when Hogan left.
Money Incorporated defeated the Mega Maniacs, which was Hulk Hogan and Brutus Beefcake. They won by disqualification.
Probably because Brutus Beefcake had to turn on Hogan.
Next, we had Lex Luger defeated Mr. Perfect. This was a decent match. Lex Luger could go pretty well back in his early days.
Well, he was able to go if he had the right person,
Right.
and Mr. Perfect was the right person for him in this.
Next was The Undertaker defeated Giant Gonzalez by disqualification.
Yeah, this was a.
Yeah, Giant Gonzalez, man. He's huge, though. Oh, so do you know the story on Giant Gonzalez?
He's dead.
Well, besides that, from what
He had to wear a full body suit.
from what I understand, Ted Turner hired him because Ted Turner also used to own the Hawks.
Yes.
So
I remember he owned the Hawks.
He signed him to play on the Hawks, and he was so bad at basketball, he said, "You know what? I'm going to make you a wrestler."
Let's go over here.
Yes.
Yeah, because he was El Gigante in WCW.
Yes, he was.
Yeah.
But for a big guy, he could actually move around pretty well, but he was just too big to do anything with.
Yeah, it would be hard to have a match against him.
Yeah, I think so. Because I don't think he can, yeah. But he can at least walk. I mean, that's a step up from other 7-foot.
You're right.
People.
You're right.
Not as good as Show, though. Show was probably the best big man ever.
Yeah, that dude could flip and he could do everything.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I guess, yeah, he used to do moonsaults back in his, like, indie days. He would be doing moonsaults out there. And then somebody, like, one of the, you know, somebody I think it was in WCW told him, dude, you are a 7-foot giant, brother. You don't need to do all these flips. All you need to do is just be a big dude in the ring.
But he still jumped off top ropes and clotheslines. He didn't do as many flips.
Yeah, and he took a pretty good punch from Floyd.
Yeah. I mean, if anyone's going to take a full shot, because you doubt Floyd can hold back.
Oh, exactly. Oh, he didn't hold back either. I think he broke his nose, if I remember right.
No, that's what I'm saying. I doubt Floyd could hold back.
Well, I think Show told him to hit it.
Yeah.
Like Show said, just hit me.
Make it real.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah,
Well,
you don't
because
want to put Floyd out there and with the world watching and him try a fake punch and
Right.
miss and
Yeah.
have it look like a Rocky shot.
Next was Yokozuna defeated Bret Hart for the for the WWE title. I think. Wait, no, singles for the. That doesn't make sense. Oh, wait, that's right. No, that's right. Because then Hogan comes out and then beats Yokozuna after that. That's right.
Bret he did not like that at
No.
all.
No, because he got beaten 22 seconds.
Yeah, and then the fact Hogan coming back, yeah, he did not like the fact that Hogan was like, I'll win the belt. Yeah.
Gotta love Hogan. All right, so now we are on to WrestleMania number 10.
So for the ones of the nuns, this would be the 10th WrestleMania that they've had.
All right, so the Heavenly Bodies, Tom Pritchard and Jimmy Del Rey, with Jim Cornette, defeated the Bushwhackers. I don't know.
Bushwhackers were a great gimmick.
They were a good gimmick.
They got the crowd going. They did. They served their purpose.
Owen Hart defeated Bret Hart.
That was a pretty good match.
That was a great match. 20 minutes. Very good.
That has a good chance of being match of the night.
Yes, it does. But Bret Hart will be in another match at the end of the evening.
What?
I know.
You can do that?
Well, I mean, if you are the best there was, the best there is, and the best there ever will be, then yeah, I mean, of course you can do that.
He stole my line.
Next we had Bam Bam Bigelow and Luna Vachon defeat Doink and Dink the Clown.
Worst match of the night, probably.
Anytime you have Doink in it,
No, I'm going back to the Bushwhackers.
Randy Savage defeated Crush in a Falls Count Anywhere match.
I believe this was Macho Man's last WrestleMania,
I think you're right.
and at least with the scandal, the Steph situation,
What Steph situation
You-
would you be
you-
speaking about?
you haven't. Well, we need to do a whole. So there was a Steph situation.
A rumor.
Why he became an announcer all of a sudden. Then he's got to start wrestling here and there. But at least Vince let him leave as a winner
Yeah.
and let the fans, you know what I mean? Because, dude, the fans always loved Macho Man.
Oh,
Always
yeah.
did.
Well, because he had Miss Elizabeth too. I
Well,
think
and
that
he
had a lot
was-
to
he
do
was
with it.
macho. He had cool sunglasses.
Well,
I
and he
mean,
kind of talked pretty cool too.
yeah, and dude, no one else could snap it to a Slim Jim like him.
No. Well, I don't know. LA Knight slaps into a Slim Jim pretty good.
Well, he's a good impersonator.
Not as good. I mean, definitely Bianca Belair cannot slap into a Slim Jim.
Yeah, they should have her hair like crawl up and snap it.
Oh my gosh. Allura. Oh. Allura Blaze.
Alundra Blaze.
Defeated Leilani Kai. Yeah, that might be the worst match of the night.
It's the worst women's match of the night for sure.
I think it was the only women's match of the night.
Though it's also the best women's match of the night,
All right, so we have
but still the worst.
So we have Men on a Mission, Mabel and Mo with Oscar, defeated the Quebecers.
Men on a Mission were pretty popular.
They were, and for a big dude, Mabel could go.
Maybe
Mabel was pretty athletic for a
And
400-pound
he
dude.
hung around as Viscera later on.
I liked him as Viscera better than I did him as Mabel, though.
Yeah, I
Big
did
Daddy Vis was freaking cool.
Yeah, because Mabel just,
That's a bad name.
well, for a guy,
Yeah.
but I mean, he did look like a Mabel. I mean, but in ring wise, he very good, but the Mabel character just wasn't it.
Next, we had Earthquake defeated Adam Bomb.
Worst. Okay.
That might be the worst match of
Worst
the night.
match. And I think it was a squash match too.
I think it was. Yeah, definitely 35 seconds. So then we had next one. This is the match of the night, though. Racer Ramon defeats the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels, in a ladder match for the Intercontinental Championship. And
Best match of the night. One of the better matches of all time.
Racer Ramon is probably lucky he didn't break his neck grabbing those belts, though.
Yeah, you are right. Now, was this the first ladder match?
Yeah, well, I think so.
No, it is not.
No, not the very first ladder match ever. No, it's not.
No, it's
But I think this is the first time that they did a ladder match together.
first time they did one. I think first time we were done at WrestleMania because I think it was Brett and
It
Shawn.
is the first ladder match of WrestleMania.
Brett and Shawn did one at King of the Ring or something during the summer 2 years before.
But yeah, this may have been match of the night.
This was match of the night.
So then we had Bret Hart coming back with a bum leg because Owen beat him up in the first match of the night.
That was his left leg. He was fine.
I agree, but I'm just saying he held the gimmick on all night long.
He did.
But he defeated Yokozuna for the championship with Roddy Piper as the special guest referee. They can't keep Roddy off the cards, man.
Because everybody wanted to see Roddy.
Oh, and Jim Cornette was in this match too, which I mean that just
In
makes
the match or just in the corner?
He was in the corner. Well, he had the racket though. I think he took a bump too, if I remember right. All right, so that is WrestleMania 6 through 10. Next week we will go 11 through 15.
Yes. Definitely. It's starting to get a little more modernized.
It is. It definitely is getting more modernized. The matches are still old school matches, but the production level of the whole show
Is better.
is better.
Except for one thing. What is that one thing?
They keep putting Earthquake on the show.
No,
Oh, okay.
the WrestleMania theme song when they open it has been the same, and they finally change it later on. But remember, like the last 4 or 5, even in the next ones we watched, the opening song, I keep saying, man, I can't wait till they change this song.
Well, they are getting better singers too, by the way. We had Little Richard. We had Willie Nelson.
Is Vince choosing these people?
I would assume.
You have Liberace, Little Richard,
Yeah.
Willie Nelson. I think
Hey, at least
there
the
was stuff
voices are
going
getting
on.
better.
There was some Vince stuff going on before Vince stuff started getting more
Oh, and
popular.
actually, you're right. Vince has been on commentary for, I think, the last 3 of them. Vince was back on commentary, so he must have been having, like we were talking about, Monsoon and probably Bruce Pritchard back there running Gorilla
Bobby Heenan left 91, 92.
to go to WCW.
Yeah, somewhere in there. It was early 90s. He left, went to WCW. I mean, that's interesting. Did you know this story? So he had signed a contract with Vince to remain with WWF at the time. And Vince came back like a day or 2 later and told him, I can't honor the contract. And Heenan said, bye.
Kind of like what he tried to do to Brett.
And yeah.
Well,
And-
actually, I think he told Brett, hey, I can only pay you this much. I know they can pay you much more. If you want to go, go. No hard feelings.
Yes, yet.
Well, but then when he went over to WCW, they just buried him.
Well, they did. So when Heenan went to leave, Vince asked him, you know, how do you want to leave? And I remember watching this Monday Night Raw where he left. Him and Monsoon are the commentators, great commentators. Bobby Heenan was a jokester. And,
Oh, yeah.
And he told Vince, he said, hey, here's the only way it needs to go down. Gorilla needs to find my gym bag full of all the amenities from our hotel room and get mad at me.
And fire him because of that?
Saying he got charged for that and all that. This other dude is hilarious the way it played out. Hilarious the way it played out. And Gorilla escorted him out of the arena, threw the bag out at him. Heenan was laying on the ground. He shut the door on him. But in real life, he rode with Monsoon after, and they went to the hotel. They didn't say much. Then Heenan got to his hotel room, and Gorilla Monsoon had sent a gorilla load of bananas sitting there in Heenan's room waiting for him. And
Gotta love the ribbing.
Heenan calls Gorilla. They talk on the phone. They meet outside. They hug. They do all this stuff. But yeah, that was hilarious how they said, "Hey, let's make it on air. Let's make it
Right.
like a joke. Let's make it like this." And dude, it was great. And I was way younger, and I was like, okay, well, he didn't sign a contract.
Well, I did like, I will say that I have liked Heenan more than Jesse. Jesse was good, don't get me wrong, but Heenan is just way funnier.
Heenan,
and
he had some one-liners.
and
When him and Macho and who was it Monsoon doing
I
that?
think it was
WrestleMania?
Monsoon, that one. But I'll tell you what, though, Vince and Bobby together, they play off of each other very well.
Vince, great announcer.
A great announcer.
Yeah.
A great.
He was a great announcer.
But at the same time, it's his show, so he knows exactly what's going to go on and what happened. But he plays into like all of it. I don't know. Vince does a great job.
Vince was probably one of the best wrestling minds out there. I mean, look, he was one of the best, if not the best, wrestling mind out there until he got older.
Until he became Mr. McMahon, in my opinion. Well, even some of the Mr. McMahon stuff was pretty good. But just towards the end, when he
got too horny.
Puppies. Okay, no, wait a minute. We did get a Jerry Lawler in there, and Jerry Lawler is
Jerry Lawler is
the best.
Yeah, they're coming up for quite a few years.
Because Jerry is such a homer for but it's not always the heel and not always the baby face. He switches back and forth, but he is such a mark for some of these guys that it's just so fun. I don't know.
Or like one of the matches.
King is great.
I think it was one of the 11 to 15s because we got a little bit of a head where Lawler said in there, he's gonna knock him out. I want a title shot. I want a title shot. All right, to the one to the nuns. We thank you for watching. We are going to take a quick break, so come on back.
Sponsored by the Tishomingo Ice House in downtown Tishomingo. Phone number 580-387-5004. Call-in orders are welcome. Talk with my man Scotty for all of the latest and greatest specials and new menu items he's cooking up. Again, that's the Tishomingo Ice House at 310 West Main in Tishomingo, Oklahoma. A dive bar with a sports appeal.
All right, we are back at the Restaurante de Casa de Frio. To the ones and the nuns, thank you for coming back. We appreciate it. All right, we're switching up to a little bit of NFL news, some NFL tidbits. Not much going on right now. I know, right? So, not a good time to be an older,
Right?
retired athlete. We're going to start off with another RIP. Craig Morton has passed away, aged 83. I want to say Cowboys for sure, and I want to say Broncos.
Yep. Cowboys, Broncos. I think he was with the Cowboys the same time as Staubach.
And I know I've seen in one of our card show deals, he was due at some point this summer to be at a signing.
Oh, was he really?
Yeah, he was, because like, oh, that'd be kind of cool. It was in the Dallas area. So, but I don't think he's going to be attending.
Probably not.
So RIP.
He'll be there in spirit.
I'm sure they'll do something because they've already had him advertised. I'm sure they're going to say, obviously won't be attending, but they may do something kind of cool there. Some of them card shows, they do stuff like that.
All right, so the Vikings induct Adrian Peterson into the Ring of Honor. I find this very interesting, to say the least.
I know. I'm kind of glad you got to lead this one.
Because of just all of his off-field, and not just while he was playing all of his off-field stuff.
Since then.
But yeah, since then. The last one was what? Didn't he pass out in his car at the gas station? Like pumping gas?
I haven't heard that one.
I want to say he passed out in his car pumping gas.
I just want to say, just think if he didn't get that suspension for disciplining his kid, which that's how he was raised.
Right.
Still, I really didn't know what a switch was until that point.
Well, I mean, I kind of did.
It's just a.
I never got beat with a switch.
I never got a switch. My dad had a belt.
No, I never got a belt. I always got the hand.
Yeah, well, that too.
Yeah, that too. Exactly.
But I mean, he was just disciplining his kid the way he knew how. But other people are going to tell him how to do it, how not to do it. But anyway, if he didn't have that suspension, where would his stats be?
Did you also know that he lost one of his kids? Or not like lost, but one of his kids died in a.
I assume that's what you meant by lost.
Well, yeah. Well, hopefully, he didn't lose a kid. I mean, that'd be really bad.
No, I did not know that.
No, died in a swimming pool accident at like 2 years old.
I did not know that.
Yeah, I didn't know it. Well, he was on a crime and sports episode podcast that I listened to about obviously crime in sports, where they just pick a athlete that's a shithead and go over their whole criminal and their whole criminal record.
There's quite a few of them. You think
there is?
You think Brandon Clark was in there? Oh, too soon.
Brandon Clark. Oh, no, because they don't do that kind of stuff. It's more of, again, if you
he was in drugs.
I know
that's a crime.
Okay, but you have to have a kind of a long rap sheet.
Oh,
so again, this is like a 2.5, 3 hour podcast, or 2 hour. Yeah,
I got you.
Like So the NFLPA players want grass fields like in the World Cup, which makes sense.
Have you heard about all this stuff that the NFL is doing for the World Cup? Mm-hmm. So Arrowhead Stadium or Geehaw Field, they had to take Geehaw Field down so they could.
Geehaw, but
yeah, it's like Geehaw Field or Arrowhead Stadium.
Like Arrowhead, Like
Yeah,
they
it's
did
one of
at Alabama. They call it Nick Saban Field at Alabama
Right,
or whatever.
It's one of those
Yeah,
deals.
Okay.
And you see Geehaw up there. I remember I was at a Royals game. I was like, what is Geehaw? That's Arrowhead. What is anyway? So a lot of these stadiums have to take down those advertisers for the advertisers of the World Cup.
All right, that makes sense, I guess.
And what brings this up, the NFL at those stadiums are having to put in
Grass.
fields.
Because the European soccer players refuse to play on turf or on AstroTurf or whatever you want to call it, field turf.
Right. And I get the NFLPA. I get the players saying this. So they need to push hard on this next CBA, because if the NFL is willing to do this for the World Cup, why aren't they willing to do this for their own players?
But okay, there's a couple, because they talked about this a little bit on McAfee today. There's a couple of things where the NFL is going to have problems mandating grass at every field because a lot of these stadiums are dome stadiums. Now, I know that you have like the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, or there's one over there in Europe where they literally have like 4 different like field services that they use, and it can like easily be interchanged. That's one of the biggest things though is what do you do with a dome? Or a place like Minnesota, just per se, Minnesota, yeah, you might be in a dome, but how are you going to grow grass outside of Minnesota in the off season or during the winter?
Okay, so here's how I would do it.
Well, I
Any
mean,
new
there's
stadium,
ways.
any new stadium that opens, retractable roof.
Yeah. Or you just get grow lights. Honestly,
Well,
that's what you need to do is just buy grow lights.
You could do that. You could even do what Buffalo is doing with their new stadium. So their new stadium, I guess, like old Cowboy Stadium, how it was mostly covered.
Yeah, the fans are covered, but the
That's
field
kinda
is
how
not
they're
covered.
doing it, and their field is their grass. They're having grass is heated. I mean, if you could heat grass,
Well,
to
I
keep it
think
warm,
that's what Green Bay. Excuse me. I think that's what Green Bay has is they have a heated field, but they also use that. I think it's called super grass. It's half grass and half field turf.
so it's hybrid.
It's a hybrid grass.
You just make them put in a retractable roof if they're going to be closed.
Yeah, I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see. But again, at the same time, supposedly the analytics on this still say that field turf is safer than grass.
Well,
Even though every player says that they don't like playing on field turf.
yeah, and that's one of the things that Treader was saying.
I can see it.
92% of our players want grass.
Right.
You ask a coach what it's like to stand on turf compared to stand on grass.
I'll tell you what, field turf to stand on is better than grass because it's made out of, or at least
Well,
the
but
one at
what's-
Husky Stadium.
But what's underneath it when you're on there for hours at a time?
You know, I'm just saying, the one at Husky Stadium was made out of recycled tires. It's very good to stand on, but yet at the same time, the grip on it, again, it goes back to the whole grip on field turf and AstroTurf versus natural grass. Your cleats still stick in that, and you know what I'm saying, that's where you get the real bad knee injuries and such.
Well,
is when
maybe you don't need heavy cleats on those.
I think field turf, was you were supposed to wear like those little nubbies. Not, I think a little longer than AstroTurf cleats,
Right.
but obviously shorter than screws.
But I just find it odd the NFL is willing to do this for the World Cup.
Well, it's not the NFL. It's just what they're just mandated. They have to do it.
Well,
for the World Cup, they have to.
But that's what I'm saying. Oh, it's okay to do this for
No.
for a month, but during a season, hey, we can't bring in grass for you guys. I'm sorry.
I'm not saying that you're wrong with what you're saying. I'm just saying it's not the NFL that's having to do it. I mean, this is being mandated by the World Cup. And by the way, who gives a shit about the World Cup? Because we're not going to win it anyways.
I kinda
So
the same
who
way.
freaking cares? We probably won't even make it out of freaking.
You might have upset one of the ones of the nuns that watches soccer.
My bad. You shouldn't.
Dang
You
it.
should probably know by now the show is not a soccer show.
Yeah,
We have never. This is the first time I think we've ever covered soccer. Actually,
maybe.
maybe last time the World Cup was coming up. Maybe. But no, I don't even think we're gonna make it out of pool play. To be honest with you,
Probably
our
not.
our squad is not very good. We lost. I don't know. Last game we got blown out. I don't even think we scored a goal.
We still got David Beckham on our team.
No, he wouldn't be playing for us anyway, sir.
Why not? He played for LA.
But he is English, so he would play for England. But he didn't play anymore.
Oh.
So it doesn't matter.
All right, the NFL schedule release is actually due today. It's like a 2-hour airing on ESPN, which is after we go off the air here at the Restaurante de Casa de Frio.
Okay. When is it? When is that?
It's supposed
No.
to be today, Wednesday, or maybe Thursday.
No, it is. I think it's Thursday.
It's
I
one
think
of
it's
the 2
Thursday.
days.
I was gonna say because you got basketball on tonight, so yeah.
Well, they can put it on ESPN too.
Well,
It's
yeah.
only like 8 channels. But here's some of the quote unquote released games. So they already know what they are.
Right, and they just leak some. Every team is going to play in a international game this year.
No,
Every team is playing in an international game this year.
not every team is. There's not 16 games.
International games?
There's not 16 international.
Okay,
games.
I heard today on the McAfee show that every team was playing international games this year.
I don't see how if there's not 16 games.
Maybe they'll do 2 at one time, like they do on Monday night sometimes.
That'll be interesting.
It
But
will be.
I don't think that's happening.
We'll see.
We'll have to try to remember to recap that next week. So the Cowgirls are to open their season at the New York Giants and host Philly for Thanksgiving.
Okay.
Cowgirls have beaten the Giants. I think they've opened the season like the last 7 or 8 years against the Giants and have beat them like every time but once.
It'll be interesting this year if it's at the Giants.
I think
Giants
Harbaugh
are going to be
makes-
good. I think the Giants are going to make playoffs.
I think Harbaugh's going to make an immediate impact on them. All right, another interesting game. Broncos at Chiefs for the first Monday Night Football game.
Hopefully Bo Nix makes it back by then. I heard he might be
you-
having issues.
Did you know he had to have a second surgery?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, he had that around draft time.
That's what I'm saying.
I didn't know that. It was just the other day.
The Bengals are going to play the Falcons in Madrid week 9. The Falcons are the home team in this one.
I find it odd how they say home team. I don't know how they split the money between those teams. You know,
I don't think they do split the. I don't even know how that works on a regular
they're the
game.
home because if they're
But you
at
don't
a home
split,
game, they're getting the ticket sales.
right? But you don't get ticket. You don't split the ticket sales with the other team, do you?
No, but if the Falcons as their home game are
Right.
in Madrid,
They're going to get all the. They'll get all the gate.
no, the NFL's taking a chunk of that gate, dude.
No way.
Yeah.
No
Dude, NFL
way.
is taking. Goodell's going to be over there. 1 for you, 5 for me. 1 for you, 5 for me. Oh, 10 for me. Sorry, I can't count well. So interesting to see how they're going to split that because they're going to make more money at one of those.
Yeah, because those stadiums are much bigger. I think.
Yeah, and it's like the circus coming to town.
Exactly.
Oh, the Americans are here. The Americans are here. All right, the Buffalo Bills are opening their new stadium, which we slightly talked about. Week 2 versus the Lions. Interesting.
So, who will the Seahawks play on? What is it? Thursday night, right? They play the Thursday night to open the season, right?
Or it could be a Wednesday from some of the stuff I'm seeing. But yeah, first game of the season is usually Super Bowl champs.
Yeah.
It's been that way the last few years.
Yep.
They haven't announced it yet. And this is what gets me because the last few years, and I've kind of liked it that way, is it's a rematch
Of the Super Bowl?
the previous Super Bowl.
See, that's what I thought I'd heard that they had announced that it was going to be that way.
But
if-
speculations, it's different teams: Chicago, Dallas, Giants, Kansas City.
Can't
San
be the
Diego.
Giants. The Giants are playing Dallas, so it can't be Giants or Dallas. Just saying.
I'm just saying speculation.
Just
And those
saying.
were the teams from the report I was reading.
Just saying. Who I think would be the best matchup, besides a rematch of the Super Bowl, which I don't really want to see that. Who I would think as the NFL, Rams and Seahawks. That was the best game of the. Are you know what I'm saying?
No, you're right. That would be a good one.
And division matchup, probably the two best teams in the NFC, or two of the best teams in the NFC.
I prefer seeing a rematch of the previous Super Bowl. You know.
Well, but yeah,
let the other
I don't
team
have to
get their W.
I don't have to talk anymore shite about New England right now. Everybody else is doing a good enough job. Even though one thing that I guess I do just want to say here about the Vrabel situation. You know what Diane Rossini named one of her kids?
Vrabel?
No, close though.
The middle name was Vrabel.
No, first name is Mike though.
First name Mike, middle name Vrabel?
I don't know. The middle name is Vrabel. I don't think her husband probably would have went for that. I think she probably could have slid Mike by him, but I don't think she could have slid Vrabel as the middle name. No.
Yeah, that's
a very interesting thing. Rumor has it that might be his kid. Just saying.
And you know what? Let him be. Let him be.
Right. Again, I don't want to go deep into this, but it's just morally not right, obviously, to cheat on your wife or to cheat on your husband. But they were doing it beforehand, though. So it was only Mike Vrabel cheating on his wife, and she was still single when they first started this whole mess. But the thing is again, and ESPN hasn't went back and investigated any of this when she worked for ESPN. But how much stuff was she just putting out in the wind trying to help Vrabel get better players or get better things? Because I guess when they traded for Julio Jones, Diana Rossini said, "Oh, there's a bunch of teams wanting to give up a number one for him or whatever, blah, 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 blah." But when they traded for Julio Jones, they traded a second and a fourth round pick to get Julio Jones.
Hey,
it's just, if nothing else, it's just bad business. You know what I'm saying? It's bad journalism. There we go. Not bad business. It's bad journalism to do something like that. And again,
if you give me info and you give me, maybe that was their deal. Info for Poontang.
Pie. The Rock likes pie.
All right. Here's another NFL game I'm just reading.
All right.
Packers Rams set as NFL's first Thanksgiving Eve game.
Oh my gosh.
So now there's a Thanksgiving Eve, 3 Thanksgiving games,
and a Black Friday game.
But I don't know if they'll have one this year. I haven't seen that yet.
Oh, they will. They will. Again, here's my only thing. Look, I love the NFL, and you can put it on every day of the week for all I care. I mean, as long as players get rest and, all the other happy horse manure. But, they have a saying, right? That, oh, gosh, and it just jumped right out of my head. Something about pigs eat and hogs get slaughtered.
Okay.
The NFL is getting greedy, man. They're getting greedy. And I know it is probably the number one television program in America every week. But you just can't continually take. And it's going to bite them in the ass sooner or later, in my opinion.
Okay, so just so you know, the Seahawks will not be playing the 49ers or the Rams week 1.
Who are we playing?
I don't know. I'm just looking at the 2026 international games. It's got 11.
Okay, so 22. Okay, so not everybody.
So 49ers, Rams. But here's the other deal. Then it had 5 others. So there apparently are 16, but I do not see Chicago on there.
That's what I said. Yeah, so every team does have that. Yeah,
no, Chicago's not in this list.
Okay, well, they haven't completely
Jaguars are on there twice.
I think that's the first time that they've had multiple. And I think there's another team that had multiple now that you say that. But
well, that's what I'm trying to look at. Looks like the Eagles are on here twice, possibly.
I don't know. Like I said, I heard on McAfee today that every NFL team is going to have a international game this year.
So, yeah, week 1, 49ers, Rams in Australia.
See, I like that. I like the fact that they have these international games. You know why? Because we can get up and watch football at like what 8:30 in the morning.
Well, I'm assuming in Australia it may be like 3 in the morning,
Well, that's not our problem.
maybe 5.
That's not our problem.
5 in the morning our time.
No. No.
They're gonna play it at a.
No, they won't do that.
Yeah,
Well-
they will.
Well, no. Well, on the West Coast, bro, those things started at like 6:30 in the morning. It was
Well, that's what I'm
awesome.
saying. That's what
it
I'm
was
saying.
awesome.
5 a.m. or so, maybe for our time. But it is good. What bothers me is for some of these teams going so far. I like how the Jaguars play back to back. They play 2.
So here's one thing that I heard about because the 49ers are going to Australia this year, right?
Yes.
They have like I want to say my numbers are probably going to be off, but I think they're going like 26,000 miles or something like that this year.
Yeah. The 49ers, right?
Yeah, 49ers. So that is longer than the Bears, the Browns, and one other Central team combined.
Yeah, they are traveling the most miles ever
Right.
for an NFL team.
But and like I said, there's 3 teams, and if you add all their miles up, it doesn't even add up to what the 49ers are going to have to do this year.
Well, when one of yours is Australia, I mean
It's a long flight, brother.
It's not like you're
It's
swimming
it's
there.
like an 18. Well, they could.
It-
They better start
That's-
now.
that's training camp.
That's training camp. Hopefully the Sharks don't get you, brother.
Coach, can we have a break? Yeah, when you get there,
Right?
great whites are on your ass. Get moving.
Nobody better be cut. Chum that water up, baby.
Nice. That'd be something I would do. Okay, the chum's coming. If you can't go faster, here it comes.
Yep.
All right, let's see. Any other kind of news for the NFL before we move on to our last little bitty segment? Oh, the Jets have signed veteran wide receiver,
Keyshawn Johnson?
Tim Patrick.
Huh, I never heard of him.
Neither have I.
I think he's a white guy.
Neither have I. Well, that's not sounding,
Brotherish? No.
any kind of, not trying to sound any discriminatory at all, but Tim Patrick is a pretty white name.
Pretty right name, yeah.
No, I said white.
That's what I know. I agreed with you. White.
Oh,
White.
I thought you said right. I was like, no, dude, no.
White. White. There you go. You hear that? White.
Get that whip out there.
Exactly. Whip.
All right. So it looks like our last little bit of info before we say sayonara for a week. Remember, it's every Wednesday, 5 to 7 p.m.-ish here at the Ristorante de Frio de Casa. The prosecutors in the Tiger Woods case
Thank you.
were given access to his drug records.
What do you mean?
His
Oh, it's med. Okay. Okay.
medicinal drug records.
Okay.
I'm not sure they went down to the corner and got with the Crip or the Blood and said, hey, what's he been buying? Medicinal.
Right.
So it looks like that prosecutor they're going after him hard.
They need to, though.
And they just need to say, you can afford a driver. You will never have a driver's license again.
Right.
I
I agree with that. I agree with all that.
Hire a driver.
Well,
At least he didn't kill somebody.
yet.
You're right. Yet you are correct. But I got no other. I don't. You got anything else? I was hoping to hear something about the professional cornhole quadruple amputee murder guy, but there's no new news on him.
No, I don't think I have anything else for us here. Yeah, I think we're good to go for this week.
All right, to the ones and the nuns, we appreciate you for tuning in. Watch it again.
Appreciate you.
Watch it again. You might have missed something.
Now again,
we could be speaking in subliminal messages, so you're gonna have to watch it again and again and again and again until you've finally got it memorized, and then start next week.
so again, like and subscribe. If you're already subscribed, call your mom, tell her to subscribe.
Don't make us call your mom.
It doesn't put you on any email list or anything. It doesn't hurt you. It doesn't really even affect you. All it does is it helps us out.
Oh yeah, and on your phone it'll pop and say when we're on.
Well, but you can just, if you don't want to watch, it doesn't affect you. You just
Well, watch it later.
right. So yeah, please like and subscribe. It really helps us out. Appreciate you. And also comment on the video.
Do we have any?
I doubt it.
I don't see any.
Nobody ever comments, unfortunately, except for the one guy that said "Go Eagles" or something that one time. But
yeah. All right, to the ones and ones again, we appreciate you. Deuces. Catch you
till next week.
Thank you all for tuning in. I hope this week your team gets a win. Always stay away from sin. Maybe next week you'll see Blake and Gwen. Big thanks from Maxarelli and Poppa is the NIL free agency. Drink too much, you have to pee. College transfers should pay a fee. So if you plant your flag like Baker, Love, Carrywood, and King Felix, our champs like the Hawks and Bears, bear down like Hell the Roar. Tune in next week for another show. You know it will be good to go to the ones of the nuns. Please subscribe if you're new.